Hi, and welcome to today's show. As we're almost heading through the second month of 2022, it's just hard to believe how quickly the year is going. And really just wanted to check in, touch base, and share some insights and some things I've been seeing out with clients of late. So, in Australia in particular, we're really now working in a full hybrid working environment. So we've got clients that have got a few people in the office, a few from home. They've got a staggered roster. We've got some companies and clients we're dealing with where everybody's working from home. So it's really varying. But I guess the big thing is, despite a shaky start to the year, I feel there is a little bit more normality coming and people actually accepting this new working world that we live in. I've been interviewed quite a bit lately on radio and some podcasts, and always get asked about some key insights and things that I wish I had implemented more when I was in a pure leadership role. And I thought I might share those with you today because they tie in to quite a lot of the problems that and challenges that a lot of our clients and leadership teams have been having of late. So the first thing, if I look back, and I lead quite a few different teams, large and small, state-based, national, so, leading remote teams. I think something that if I had my time again, I would go back, and something that's a big challenge for a lot of us, I would delegate more, and I would delegate what I liked doing. And I know that goes against the grain. A lot of people go, what do you mean? Delegate what you like doing. I think too often we hold on to the things that we like to do at work, and we don't even consciously realize we do this all of the time. If we can let go of something we like, something that we're good at, even temporarily, and give that to someone else, we're going to be empowering and growing them. And the great news is, if you have time off or there's succession plan for that person to go into your role, they're already going to be set up for success. So delegate what you like doing. I'm not saying throw everything you love at work to someone else. It could be a particular part of your role. It could be running a brainstorming meeting. It could be going to an association event. Let someone else go and share that with the team. It could be just something that you do day to day that you don't think twice about because you just like doing it. So delegate what you like doing. The second one, I think, to be really, really aware of, I say I would look back and be a bit more aware of what I call my time vampires. And what I mean by that is the situations and the people that can drain our energy and drain our time. I think especially if you're an early leader or you've taken on a new leadership role, it's easy to want to be everything to everyone. It's easy to want to please everybody, but that's at the expense of your headspace, your energy, and your time. So do a little bit of a tally on what situations and what particular people sort of drain your time and how you can leverage those relationships and situations better to serve you so you can lead. Ask for help is another one. And I still, I will be very straight up. I still find this challenging because in what I do in work and in life, and I think my purpose is to help grow others and be there for others. So I sometimes forget to ask for help. But I actually think, and the more I think about it, the more we ask for help, the more we're actually giving other people a chance to share their skills or share their expertise or feel good about helping us. So ask for help. And I think back to some roles, and I know a client I was with only this morning is literally running on a treadmill, almost on the edge of burnout. And I said to him, who could help you? And the word help just didn't fit in with his vocabulary. I said, who could you get support from? So it's a bit the same as having a good support network. Go to who could give you some help. But if you're in a leadership position, create a bit of a master plan about getting people to help you with things that they'll grow from. being a coach and professionally coaching now for 16 years and informally coaching for close to 30 years, I think coaching is a muscle. And I think early on in a lot of leadership roles, I was telling more than coaching. A lot of us do that, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It feels easier a lot of the time to just give people the answer. But the issue with that is they're going to come to you for everything. So give people the answer if they're really stuck. But otherwise, I think it's really about, just saying to people, who else could you speak to about this? What have you thought about? What would you do if this was your business? If you haven't thought about it, come back with 3 options and run me through those. So create a coach-centric culture. Ask, not tell. And I can walk into any organisation and see where they sit. And a lot of the time, being time poor, being skill stretched, trying to get stuff done, and with remote work, we tend to tell a lot. So just some really good questions, get other people to think for themselves, pause, and then, input or respond if necessary. Another thing I'd love to talk about is, I think, sharing our vulnerabilities. And, those of you that are following me and look at a lot of the contributions I make across my work, I wish now, when I look back, I'd had more of what I call a gift mindset. So trying not to be the perfect leader and make sure everything's okay, but actually sharing frustrations, getting people more involved, even sharing some personal things. Like, I lost my dad very early on literally the week I started my first real job, and I didn't tell anyone for weeks. I look back now and go, wow, why didn't I do that? I was young, maybe a bit naive, maybe just felt a bit indulgent sharing. But I think failing to share our mistakes and challenges and successes with our team and those around us is actually selfish. So now, we've got the great resignation, or what I call the great rejuvenation. People want to be appreciated. They want to be heard. And this is a great way to really connect people to you and to each other by just sharing, hey, what was the biggest challenge this week? What happened? How did you work through it? And how can you use those learnings moving forward? So they're the sort of key things. If I reflect back, I wish I'd done more. And I think it's something in another 10 years, I'll probably go, I wish I'd done those things even more. I think it's a skill and a mindset that helps us grow. And the last one that I want to share with you is really take the time, I guess, to understand what lights you up. And I say that a lot. And I say it a lot because in my heart of hearts, I know it to be true. Don't just do what you're good at. Do what you're good at that you enjoy. Even when I look back at a role, there's a certain role I had that was great from a brand profile, and it was a promotion, but it wasn't a role that really fitted my skills or fitted my motivation or energy. And the culture of that role wasn't me. And I didn't know it at the time, and I did the job well. But I look back now and I go, did I love it? I didn't. And sometimes these things take time to surface. I'm scarily about to hit 50 this year, and I'm not a massive reflector, but I've had to really take a step back and look at a few things from a leadership perspective with clients, and it's forced me to do it as well. So delegate what you like doing. You're going to empower others, create future leaders, and get time back to do the things that matter. The next one we talked about was ask, don't tell. Build a coach-centric culture. The next time someone comes to you, without sounding condescending, ask them a question. Let them grow, help them build growth habits about sorting things out for themselves. Do what lights you up. Really, really important. So make a list of everything that you're good at, and then circle the things that you're good at that you enjoy. It'll be a very different list. and bring in as much of that you can, especially on a Monday. It sets the tone for the week. Be mindful of your time vampires. Know who and what drain your energy, your time, and your headspace. And last but not least, share your vulnerabilities. Be open, be human, have human connection with others. Now more than ever, people are craving this, absolutely craving it. So hope these tips help. There are some things that you can take away. All the tips will be in the show notes. We have just launched our public Limitless Leaders 90-day connection, where you and up to 15 others from different businesses meet each month over 3 months. And we have a theme. So we've just launched Leading Self, and I'm excited to say that as you hear this, registrations will be open for the May 12th kickoff for the next 90 days. Lead people. Going to be really practical, lots of enablers and tools around leading people, coaching, mentoring, delegating, self-management, all those sorts of things. And then we've got group coaching and masterminds within that. So jump on reneegiarrusso.com, go to programs and go to the 2022 Limitless Leaders 90-day connection. As always, we've got lots of webcasts and things happening, so keep an eye out for that. And please contact us, as many of you have, if you have any guests or topics that you'd like on the show. As always, we'd appreciate your feedback and a review if you're enjoying this podcast or you want to share it with other people. Have a great day or night wherever you may be, and thank you for listening to the Limitless Leaders podcast.